have to say that I thought this name, the Samsung Galaxy Mega, was an April Fool at first, but apparently it's real. The company has just announced the Galaxy Mega 5.8 and the Galaxy Mega 6.3. Go on, guess the screen sizes. Both phones are lower spec versions of the Galaxy Note 2 though. The Mega 6.3 is only a 720p display but does have Android 4.2 LTE, a 1.7GB processor, and comes in 8GB or 16GB versions with 1.5GB of RAM, microSD expansion and the usual 8MP camera. The Mega 5.8 is rather weedy, only a QHD display, only HSPA connectivity, 8GB of internal memory, and is powered by a 1.4GHz processor. I have to say that even with my eyesight, if I had a 6-inch screen, I'd be wanting 720p resolution at the absolute minimum. QHD is a joke. Media player specialists, Arcos, have officially announced a line of smartphones, the 50 Platinum, the 53 Platinum and the 35 Carbon. No prizes for guessing what the numbers mean. Display inches. The Platinum phones have QHD screens while the low-end Carbon is half VGA. The two Platinum models, both running Jelly Bean, vary in that the larger phone is thicker and with a larger battery, 2800 mAh rather than 2000. Both have a quad-core 1.2GHz Qualcomm processor with 1GB of RAM, 4GB of internal storage, plus microSD and the other usual specs. The low-end Carbon only starts with Android 4 ice cream sandwich and low-end hardware specs, including a mere 1300 mAh battery and a VGA rear camera. Say what? VGA? This isn't 2005? All the Arcos phones do at least run stock Android. 3 cheers for that. My apologies that Phone Show 199 is a few days late. I'd been promised review samples of the Blackberry Q10 and the Samsung Galaxy S4 to show off on camera, and the relevant PR people have failed me. Not that I don't already have a pretty good feel for both devices after both hands-on and research opportunities, but you'll have to wait until the next show for my detailed opinions on one or both. Sorry. Logistics, eh? Still, the lull in proceedings does give me the chance to put up a new top 5 with my usual focus on variety and value. I refuse to just include the biggest and most expensive phones. Not everyone wants a pocket-straining, wallet-draining monster. I really wanted to put the Nokia 808 PureView filming this in the top 5. In all honesty, it still deserves a spot based on the uniqueness of its functions. Sadly, though, it's hard to buy this in many parts of the world now. If you see one second-hand, then snap it up, since you'll then own a slice of smartphone history as the last and greatest Symbian-powered phone with a camera that's still a league apart from anything else on the market today in 2013. But on with devices that you can actually buy. At number 5, the Motorola Razr I, or M if you're in the States. I loved this when I reviewed it in Phone Show 184, and I provocatively put it at number 1 in my last top 5 to help make the point that not every top phone has to be huge. A 4.3-inch Super AMOLED screen here in the body of what used to house a 3.7-inch. It's fast, indestructible, stocked with software, has a decent HDR camera and a good speaker, and it now has the slippery, buttery smooth Jelly Bean complete with Google Now pushed to it officially. This still seems to be about £300 sim-free in the UK, but you are getting very high quality hardware. At number 4, the Apple iPhone 5. Much as iOS now feels like it's something from the last decade, oh, hang on, it is. There's no denying the iPhone hardware. I've been handling the 5 and the 4 this week, and I'd still rather have the iPhone 4S's stainless steel than the 5's soft aluminium. Make sure you buy the white one, not the black one. But hey, you'll stick both of them in a case anyway, so what does it matter? The iPhone is still the everything just works device, and resale value stays incredibly high in my experience. A high upfront cost though, still over £500 sim-free in the UK. At number 3, the Nokia Lumia 620. Definitely my favourite Windows phone so far. There's almost nothing wrong with the 620 despite the low price, £180 or so sim-free, but often dipping much lower on offer in the UK. It's got Microsoft's latest Windows Phone version. It's got all the gadgets from fast processor, an NFC, clear black polarizer, decent camera and speaker, replaceable battery, microSD expansion. Definitely my pick from the latest wave of Windows phones. Great value. At number 2, the Samsung Galaxy S3. Yes, I said 3, not 4, and I'll tell you why. Based on pure specs, the Galaxy S4 wins out, of course, with larger 5-inch screen and faster processor, but its predecessor has up to 2GB more internal storage for apps, has far less cruft in terms of gimmicks, the two are related of course. The 3 has a much better speaker location here at the top, away from your natural hand position, and most importantly, 3 is available second hand in mint condition as I got mine at just over £200 in the UK. As I'll no doubt amplify my full Galaxy S4 review in the next show, there is no way that the Galaxy S4's improvements over the 3 are worth spending £550, almost 3 times that of an SGS3 here in mint second-hand condition. This will almost certainly be in warranty still. Just get the older 3 second-hand, follow my guide and phone show 197 and put the £350 saved in the bank. And number 1, the HTC one. If you told me last year that an HTC handset and with sealed memory and battery would be named by me at number 1, I'd have laughed. But the HTC one is so well made and so beautifully crafted in terms of both hardware and software that I simply had to give it top honours. In the hand, its aluminium unibody feels like the iPhone 8, and just like the iPhone, the aluminium does chip slightly, so get the white one, not the black one. The camera rivals the best Nokia units, the speakers are phenomenal, the social and camera software are intelligently implemented, and, well, the HTC one is very hard to fault overall. Battery life might be the main Achilles heel. There's been a spat over a copyrighted microphone with Nokia, but I'm sure HTC will find a way to clone this component in short order. Also over £500 in the UK, but the HTC one actually feels like it's worth this, really.